Good evening. Welcome to the March 16, 2022 meeting of the Eureka Springs Historic District Commission. I am Steve Holofield, Chair. Kyle, will you please call roll?
Yes. Marty. Sorry, I don't know anybody's last name. Marty Kogan.
Here.
Maggie Hyatt.
Absent.
Absent. Judy Holden.
Here.
Steve Holofield.
Here.
And Dee Bright.
Here.
And Kyle Palmer is present.
Great, thank you. We have a quorum for business. The Eureka Springs Historic District Commission is empowered by the Eureka Springs Municipal Code to issue a certificate of appropriateness for alterations of exterior architectural features, demolition, and new construction within the historic districts. We use the Eureka Springs Historic District Design Guidelines and the U.S. Secretary of the Interior Standards for the treatment of historic properties as the basis for our decisions. The Commission can take the following actions on an application: approval with modifications, denial or deferral for more information. Appeal of denial may be made to the Circuit Court. Public comments on agenda items will be heard on each item as it's called. Other comments will be heard during the public comment period. Are there any changes for tonight's agenda?
I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Oh, Kylie, wasn't we going to add something?
Yes, the treasurer's report.
Oh, yeah, treasurer's report.
For February.
Didn't Maggie read that last time?
That was for
January?
February. Okay, we'll add that to the agenda. Where's that? Back.
I think somebody would need to make a motion to add that and then
Well,
revote.
first, Kyle needs to remove his second.
Oh. What do I say?
Just remove your second.
I'll remove my second.
I remove my motion, and I'll remake a motion to accept the agenda as presented with the bank account treasurer's report. Second.
Dean made the motion. Judy seconded it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Passes. Okay. We had a workshop at 5 p.m. about minimum maintenance, and then approval of agenda. Old business, there's none. New business, level 3, 4127 East Van Buren, Eureka Springs Cemetery, installation of prefabricated office. 2, level 2, 25 Norris, Eureka Springs Hospital, concrete walkway to back entrance, new awnings. 3, level 2, 37 Alexander, reconstruct front porch. 4, level 2, 34 North Main, install metal rock barrier at back of property. Okay, we'll stop there and address our first. 4127 Van Buren, level 3, addition of prefab office building. Someone here to talk about that? Step up the mic, please. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Bruce Wright, Eureka Springs Superintendent.
Okay. Kylie?
The Eureka Springs Cemetery is a large rural community burial ground located east of the main commercial center of Eureka Springs. It was originally founded by the Independent Order of Oddfellows, Lodge number 83 in 1889. It has obviously seen changes since then, but it retains a high degree of integrity of design, workmanship, materials, setting, location, feeling, and association. The additions to the original layout of the cemetery have occurred over time and can be expected for an active community burial ground that has expanded over a period of almost 130 years. The Eureka Springs Cemetery retains significant historical associations at a local level and was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 2018 under Criterion C in the area of art and under criterion A in the area of community planning and development. The applicant is seeking a certificate of appropriateness to add a 12-foot wide by 28-foot long prefabricated Dirksen cabin to serve as the cemetery office. In evaluating this request for alteration, staff makes the following findings of fact. The addition of a prefab office building is proposed in a section of the cemetery that already houses another non-contributing building, which is the maintenance shop. While we don't currently have guidelines that fully encompass this type of project, the proposed design is simple and complementary to the existing shop.
I move that the Historic District Commission issue a certificate of appropriateness for the work at the Eureka Springs Cemetery as proposed.
I'll second.
Steve Wright made the motion, Kyle seconded. Any other comments, questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Should I give you a certificate real quick?
Okay.
Next up is 25 Norris, Eureka Springs Hospital, concrete walkway to back entrance, new awnings. Do we have someone here from the hospital representing?
I'm here to represent the hospital for this sign.
Okay. Your name, sir?
My name's Mike Jones. I'm the owner of Best Sign Group, and we've been contracted by the Eureka Springs Hospital to bring this new signage in front of the historic district and seek your approval.
Okay. Kylie, you want to do the summary?
Well, I believe he is talking about the item that's on consent agenda. We could talk about them together if you want. They're both for the hospital.
Sure.
So to talk about the first thing that's on new business with the hospital is the concrete walkway to the back entrance of the clinic building, and also putting new awnings on the clinic building. So the hospital clinic is a small ranch-style residence constructed circa 1965. The property was remodeled to serve as the clinic in 1986. It is not a contributing property. The applicant is seeking a certificate of appropriateness to add a concrete walkway from the existing sidewalk around the north side of the clinic to access the rear entrance. They're also seeking to replace 3 awnings on the front of the property. The sign is actually for the main hospital building, and you can find that under, let's see, consent agenda item 1. The main
Would you like me to talk about that now, or would you prefer to wait till you get to that part of the proceeding?
There's a gentleman here. Are you here to talk about the sidewalk?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm, all right.
No,
I'm here to
there's-
talk about the signage.
There's somebody here.
Okay.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
3 different hospital items today.
Right. So we're going to talk about the sidewalk first.
Okay.
Ma'am, are you,
Yes. My name is Becky Burt. I'm with the maintenance, director of maintenance over there. And what we'd like to do is, I believe you have a drawing, basic drawing of what we want to do. It's a 4-foot wide new sidewalk that would give safe access to the back door, because the rooms in the basement are going to be sleep rooms for our radiology and lab personnel, which we have to have staffed 24/7 at the hospital. And if they get a call in the middle of the night, this would just be much safer for them. Right now, it's just a dirt slope with loose rock on it, and it would also make it easier getting furniture in there for them.
okay. And the awnings?
The awnings we want that to match what we're going to be requesting for the hospital. And I couldn't print off at work, but I did send some to Kylie. It's going to, right now, on 25 Norris is black. They're old, faded, and starting to rip in places. And we want to make it match what we want to put on the hospital.
Okay.
I move that the Historic District issue a certificate of appropriateness for the work at 25 Norris as proposed.
Second.
Dee Bright made the motion, Judy Holden seconded. Any other comments, questions?
I don't have any.
So this is all in favor for the sidewalk and the awning. Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Carries 4-0. Thank you. And sir, the sign was on the consent agenda, and that's was pre-approved, so you're good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm sorry, you want to address the sign now?
It's on the consent agenda. You don't really have to present it if you don't want to. I mean,
Okay,
it's
that's
approved,
fine.
so you're good, okay? Thank you, sir.
We're okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Next is level 237 Alexander Reconstruct front porch. Do we have anybody here for that property? Introduce yourself, sir.
Yes, Jesse Anderson. My mother owns the property.
Okay. Kylie's going to read the summary.
The property at 37 Alexander is a plain traditional residence constructed in 1900. The property has been vacant since around 2005 when the last historic survey was completed. You can see that in attachment 4 in your packet. The survey noted a full front single-story shed roof porch on the front of the property. Posts were the only detail noted due to the porch being enclosed with a plastic tarp at that time. The property's integrity has been threatened by deferred maintenance, and last year the porch was removed. The applicant is seeking a certificate of appropriateness to essentially reconstruct this porch. It would measure 32 feet long by 6 feet wide and feature a shed roof. Constructed of lumber with 5 posts set at 8-foot intervals along the front. A 42-inch wooden railing would be constructed of 1.5-inch by 1.5-inch balusters and a simple top rail. They also are applying to replace damaged, missing siding to match existing and re-roof using black sage shingles, and then repaint with the colors listed in your packet. In evaluating this request, staff makes the following findings of fact. This property is contributing to the district, but without the reconstruction of this porch and further intervention to preserve the remaining materials and design features, this status could potentially be lost. Although we don't have photos showing the exact configuration of the porch railing, major design features such as the general size and roof type are appropriate and supported by information in the 2005 historic survey. The railing style is appropriate for a plain traditional residence of this era. This proposal is an excellent step to preserve this threatened property.
I move that the Historic District Commission issue a certificate of appropriateness for the work at 37 Alexander as proposed.
Second.
Judy Holden made the motion, Dee Bright seconded. Any other questions, comments? Anybody? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries.
Thank you for
Thank you very much.
preparing this.
I'll give you a certificate real quick. Next up is level 234 North Main, install metal rock barrier at back of property. You want to state your name?
Hi, I'm Jason Bridges. I own the property at 34 North Main.
Okay.
The property at 34 North Main Street is a two-part commercial building constructed in 1910. This property is non-contributing to the district. The applicant is seeking a certificate of appropriateness to install a 3-foot-tall by 30-foot-long metal barrier to protect the building from further damage from rocks. The barrier will match existing metal work that's already on the building. In evaluating this request, staff makes the following findings of fact. Alterations are to a non-contributing building. The protected barrier and plantings are required to prevent future erosion and damage to this building.
I move that the Historic District Commission issue a certificate of appropriateness for the work at 34 North Main as proposed.
Second.
Dee Bright made the motion, Kyle Palmer seconded. Any other questions or comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Motion carries 4-0. Thank you, sir. Should give you your certificate. Oh, sorry. Let me sign this. Consent agenda, level 1 applications that the city preservation officer believes to be in accordance with the design guidelines. Any commissioner or member of the public may move any consent agenda items to the regular agenda for discussion. Level, do we read these? Yeah. Okay, I'm always confused if this one or that one. Number 1, level 1, 24 Norris, new sign, Best Sign Group, applicant, Eureka Springs Hospital owner. Number 2, level 1, 1B Center, new sign, Gregory Kent McGinnis, applicant, Shea Properties LLC owner. Number 3, level 1, 28A Spring, new sign, Dalton Arnold, applicant, Greg and Kathy Hughes, owner. Number 4, level 1, 24 Norris, replace Awnings, Eureka Springs Hospital, applicant, owner.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as approved or as presented.
Second.
So the awnings were on the new business and they're on this one, and the sign was on consent. We got all over the place on this one.
Yeah, so the awnings on this are on the main hospital building.
Oh, okay, all right.
So different awnings, different building.
All right, just got confused there. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Motion carries 4-0. Administrative approvals by city preservation officer. Applications for repair and work involving no changes in material, changes in roofing and paint colors, signs listed as below. And those are on the website. Anybody can read them if they want to. Commission business. Number 1, approval of minutes from March 2nd, 2022.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from March 2nd, 2022.
Second.
Dee Bright made the motion, and Kyle Palmer seconded. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed say no. Motion carries. Dollar and cents program, Kyle Palmer.
So I had sent out the email with information I had gotten. Thank you, Kylie, for including this stuff in the packet for tonight. I don't know if you want me to go over it, or if you guys had a chance to look at it, want to discuss it a little bit more.
I read it. It seems pretty straightforward to me. So.
And Marty wanted more that satisfy. Okay.
Did you get the email about?
She shook her head, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Anything else?
Oh, yeah, I don't have any more new information.
When it gets closer, you'll need volunteers and stuff.
Yeah, I'll keep you in the loop on that. So we're extending an invitation to, I believe, the Historic Preservation Society, Main Street, and then also the Shiloh Museum. So that was in my email. So the Shiloh Museum
Eureka
is-
Springs Preservation Society.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
And it's the
Speak in your
Historic
mic.
Museum.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Clarify.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Minimum maintenance ordinance recommendation, that's what we talked about. Agenda setting for April 6, 2022. Anybody want to have anything they want to add to the agenda for April 6th, our first meeting in April? Nope. Next meeting, April 6, 2022. Level 3 applications due Thursday, March 24, 2022. Level 2 applications due Wednesday, March 30th, 2022. There wasn't anybody signed up for public comments. Oh, treasurer's report. We can do that now. Judy, please.
Our current balance in our bank account is $8,878.50.
Thank you.
Oh, we need to vote on it. I make a motion to accept the treasurer's report as presented.
Second?
Dee made the motion, Kyle seconded it to approve the treasurer's report. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries 4-0. Commissioners' comments. Marty Cogan, you have anything to
No.
say? Kyle?
No.
Judy?
I'm really excited. Spring break is here. As you can tell, it's busy out there. For the next month, it'll be busy. So be careful where you're walking and who you're walking into.
Thank you. Dee?
I want to remind everybody that spring cleanup is coming for the city. It is April 15th. Well, no items will be picked up after April 15th. I'm reading Rob Mullins from Public Works here, just a moment. Monday, April 11th, and ending Friday, April 15th. The collection tags are required and are available at the City Hall from March 28th through April 8th. There is a $5 administrative fee per residence. So get more information, just go down to the city or call them to pay your $5, and they'll give you what you need and what can be put out.
It's quite a deal, because the minimum now at the dump
It's
is
$10.
$35.
35.
Oh.
I think it's actually gone up a little bit
Yeah.
since then. And that means you have to haul it over there and pay $35 just to put it in the trash. So, anything else?
No.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here and volunteering your time. Director comments?
I just want to address the Best Sign Group. So your item was approved, just in case that wasn't clear. Your application was approved, and I will email a copy of that to Josh Williams in the morning.
Please, that would be appreciated.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Dee made the motion to adjourn, Judy seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries, we are adjourned.